Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Sphere Exclusives. Looking for exclusive content from your favorite podcasts here at the Sphere? Head over to sphere.tv/Patreon and sign up today. Session Boutique. Session Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your fashion needs, from mom to businesswoman or just being classy and cute. Check out Session Boutique at www.shopsessionboutique.com. The Remedy. The Remedy is a radio program that specializes in soul-stirring tunes you need to get you through your workday. Listen on Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. and Saturdays from 6 p. to 8 p. Central Standard Time at kpft.org/listen.
What's going on, everyone? It's your man, K-Love.
You want my head.
The latest, the greatest, the dopest, the livest, the most recent, the flyest edition that we've ever had, because every one we do, we get better, of G is for Gentlemen. Do me a quick favor. Go to Instagram, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and type in SENORGUAPO713. Holla at your boy on all social media outlets. And I got my brother from another style, Mother Nate. What up?
What's going on? It's Nathaniel James, the owner of WJ Knots, the militant gent, a.k.a. the Bobby Brown to this new edition, a.k.a. the saddest man in the world, because yesterday was the last day of Black History Month. So,
but it's all good. But right before we turn the cameras on, you said it doesn't really, even though it's the last day of Black History Month. What?
It goes on 365 days a year because we are always making history in this wonderful place. And this wonderful thing that we call life, you know?
Yeah. In fact, 366, right? On every 3 years.
On the leap year, man. I like the extended version, like I said previously, my brother.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I certainly agree with you, man. So thank you for everyone who tuned in, who checked us out during February. We're going to continue to implement, because we are a black show, right? We are three brothers who love our skin, love the melanin, love the texture of our hair, love the width of our noses, the size of our lips. We love everything about being black. And so we're going to continue to celebrate our heritage, our people throughout the rest of this, our lives, you dig, especially on this show.
Yes, sir.
And you got one coming up here you wanted to talk about real quick, man. Listen, if you are 80s made, 90s raised, and you don't, just go ahead, bro. Just go ahead, because this guy was a quiet legend.
So the person we wanted to highlight this week is Mr. Garrett Morris, or some of y'all may know him as Stan on the show Martin, or some of y'all might know him as Uncle Junior on the Jamie Foxx show.
Absolutely.
A lot of people might not realize he was the first black cast member of Saturday Night Live, and he also was a classically trained singer who sung backup for Harry Belafonte once upon a time as well. He's from Louisiana, and he also attended college at Dillard University.
HBCUs in the building.
So, we just got to applaud that man on his contribution that he has made throughout time, just through comedy and just various art forms.
Yeah, you know what, man? I totally agree, brother. I really do. I think it's important that we just really, really continue to celebrate and highlight our kings and queens, which are all of us, regardless of some people have a little bit more royalty than others. I'll say it like that.
I definitely agree, bro.
But at the end of the day, we entered this world with our royal capes on and our cloaks and our crowns. And I think we should always, celebrate them, man. I love the shirt, bro. What's popping on the t-shirt right now? For those of you who are listening, you got to tune in on the video side, man, because see this shirt is live.
So, like we've talked previously, man, my favorite era is the late 80s, early 90s. So when I used to watch Martin and Living Single and New York Undercover, and a lot of these shows that was really preaching about, like, black pride and stuff like that, this was something that a lot of people was wearing. It's the African American College Alliance T-shirt, so it was a gift for me for my birthday. Oh, and thank you to everybody that wished me a happy 35th birthday on February 24th. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Had a good time. Had a great time spending with friends and family. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Shout out. Every year we get is a on this earth is a blessing, man.
Yeah,
Well, you
definitely.
and I both got partners who didn't make it, or know people if it wasn't partners and family members, partners, enemies, friends who didn't even get to see 25, let alone 35.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So salute to the big man upstairs for allowing you to get there, man, and you brought it in right.
Right on, brother. Right on.
Cottonmouth Club. So let's see. February was Black History Month.
True.
It's an iconic month. Started from a week that Carter G. Woodson petition he created back in the decades and decades ago, and it grew into Black History Month. A lot of people are upset and said that the government gave us this month. It's not entirely accurate. Actually, Carter G. Woodson started the month in February, and it just grew. But there's another month, and this is one of my favorite months as well. One of the reasons is because my birthday is this month, right?
Yeah.
March 18th.
You would say that.
Oh, I have to, brother. I have to plug it to be 37 years old. But also March, man, is International Women's Month.
Didn't I know that? You enlightened me, my
Yeah, it's International Women's Month, and just kind of give. So what we're gonna do this month, we're gonna take our time and at least once in every show. Talk about some phenomenal woman that you may not know that has impacted menswear or the lane of fashion, either locally, historically, or internationally, right? And so I wanted to give you kind of, some history before we talk to our guest real quick, because she is a product of this month. I want to give you kind of just a little tidbit of history about Women's History Month, right? It started off as Women's History Week. Well, actually, it first was International Women's Day in 1911, right? Shout out, I know, Royce, we know you would love here in 1911, but you're not here. So
he definitely would.
He would
Flashlight would be playing from the loudspeaker.
He's shimmying and all that kind of stuff, right?
But he's listening to Cardi B right now.
Absolutely.
So
we're going to move on. Right. In 78, the school district of Sonoma, California participated in Women's History Week. And that was an event designed around the March 8th Women's History Day. And in 1980, in February, President Jimmy Carter issued a presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th International Women's Week. 1981, because of the growth of that and how popular it was around states started really implementing a certain thing in their school districts. And then in 82, 14 states had already adopted that, and that was officially called the National Women's Week. And then in 87, after being petitioned by the National Women's History Project, Congress passed some policy which designated the month of March in 1987 as Women's Month. And then each year, Congress would do that up until like 93, I believe is what I read. And then at 93, the Congress said, we're going to continue to have this Women's Month into perpetuity.
So basically late 80s, early 90s.
You just said that.
So all the stuff, all right, so I'll be spot on with everything I like. All right, cool.
I'm with you, brother.
So,
I'm with you.
I'm telling you. So other than the crack epidemic, everything was good in the late 80s. Okay,
Facts.
cool.
Because the crack epidemic.
All right, bet.
Yeah, no doubt. For
Of
sure.
course.
And so we're now into International Women's Month, and we want to make sure as gentlemen, you and I talked about this earlier.
Of course.
As gentlemen, we have to big up our sisters, our queens, our
Because
mothers, our
without them,
cousins.
we nothing without them, man.
Bruh.
Seriously.
Bro, I mean, what the scriptures say, right? He either findeth the wife is findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. So, you guys, women, you guys are our favor as men. I truly and wholeheartedly believe that. And we have someone who has favored us today, Nate.
This is true. She did me a solid. I hit her probably maybe 2 hours before the show came on to be here, and it just worked out. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We have the designer, the owner, the director, the creative director. You can tell us all your titles as it relates to it. A privileged swim, Miss Key. What's going on?
Hey,
How are you?
good.
Good. Thank you for coming hang out with us this evening.
Thank you, not a problem.
For sure. So talk to us. Talk to us about Privileged Swim. First of all, how did you get into design? Period. Like where did that even come from?
Honestly, it just fell into my lap.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I never thought. Watch talking with my hands. but
It's all good. You all right? No worries.
That's good for the camera.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You good?
so growing up, I never thought designing would be something that I would be interested in doing, and I've always been good at like putting stuff together and taking scraps and just making something new or turning one look into another look. So it all started with my friend. She actually celebrates her birthday in Vegas every year.
Shout
Okay.
out.
And
Las Vegas Boulevard. What's your favorite hotel?
Oh, we always say the Vidar.
Vidar, absolutely. Same here.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
City
I'ma
Center,
tell-
baby.
I'ma
Cosmo's nice too. The City
I'ma
Center,
tell
but
you,
you can't go wrong with City Center.
I'm a nostalgic guy.
Okay.
Vidar is dope.
It's bananas. Both of them, Vidar and Aria.
But memories I have made in the Bellagio.
And the well, listen, but you look right across the way, you see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, so absolutely, no doubt. So
Talk
you-
about that off air.
Absolute facts. That might not be a gentlemanly conversation.
No, it's quite. It's a gentleman situation. It was just like,
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So give us so Vegas.
So yes, so the swimsuits would either be too raunchy or too covered up. So basically, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't find a swimsuit. So one year, I just designed my own. I was like, you know what? This is what I want it to look like. We're at this big pool party. I want to stand out. I want all of us to stand out. So let me just go ahead and try to design something. And then from there, it turned into me designing my own. And then I designed my friends. And then when we went to the pool parties, everybody flocked to us. They was like, where did you guys get your swimsuits from? And from there, I was like, okay, I have something. So I just went with it.
Yeah.
you said everybody flocked to y'all.
Everybody flocked.
You
to it.
sure?
It was something
You sure the swimsuit? I've seen your
It was a
friends.
swimsuit.
Hey, listen.
I'm just.
we gonna dip.
I seen
It
you.
was a swimsuit.
She hangs out with an attractive group of people.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm just
it
saying.
was the swimsuits because
Nah, her swimsuits are dope.
yeah.
I'm just trying to add some comedic
Yeah.
relief.
Absolutely.
And if you think back to 2014, I mean, now it seems like everybody's doing swimsuits and swimsuits are the thing.
But back then, nah, you're
Back
right.
then in 2014, like it was really basic. So if you think about, my first designs had chains on them. I was inspired by a lot of Egyptian movies, so it was more.
Nice.
It was more towards that type of design, and it was just something like no one has seen ever. So I was just like, okay, well, let me keep going, and then all of a sudden, everybody just started making swimsuits.
That's real dope. So
Yeah.
so they were exclusive.
Yeah,
Early
for
on,
sure.
right? But guess what? We have some exclusive content that we can deliver here
Yeah.
on the Sphere, and this portion of the show is sponsored by the Sphere exclusive team. Are you looking for exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else? Look no further than our Sphere exclusives found only on Patreon. We've got behind-the-scenes shots happening daily at the Sphere Podcast Studios. Each show on the podcast network curates episodes that are only delivered to Patreon subscribers. Plus, we deliver the show live from start to finish in our Discord server that's exclusive to our Patreon family. Now, you can sign up today at www.thesphere.tv/Patreon, and you can join at our $2, $5, and $8 tiers to get access to all of the exclusive content we offer at the Sphere. Hey, swipe your card. We need the coin. Come get exclusive at the Sphere. So you were talking about the pool parties and really kicking it, right? So
Yeah.
what's your favorite venue? Your venue?
Everybody know it went down in rehab.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if it does it. I haven't been there. I haven't been to Vegas in a while.
Okay.
But the last time I went, it was rehab, and then I think it was Tao.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. So I mean, for sure, those are.
So
my
what about
favorites.
pool though? Your
Pool?
favorite pool? Yeah.
I mean, rehab was my favorite
it
before
wa-
I almost got hit in the head with a bottle.
Yeah, come on.
The
Vegas
big
can't get
fight.
wild. Yeah.
I mean, but it was nice. I
But
mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's,
No, rehab is dope. No,
Yeah.
it is. I love
Honestly,
Encore.
I was lit, so I barely remember what the pool looked like.
What you think about?
I'm trying to think, what the hell I was at?
Oh,
Really?
No rehab, but I'm trying. It was another one we were at, and I'm thinking,
Which one you?
Was it orange? Like orange couches?
nah. I'm gonna tell you,
When was this?
it was packed.
How long ago was this?
Let me see.
This 19.
No. The party I'm thinking of, this had to be like 2017, 2016.
Dre's?
It wasn't Dre's,
Okay.
but it was during the day. But I remember,
Caesars?
nah, this I know it was live because we looked and my partner was like, "Oh, Chauncey Billups right there." Like, stop lying. Then Chauncey Billups, Kevin Garnett.
the big shot right there.
You're probably talking about the Palms.
It was. I know the Palm wasn't the Palm.
Oh, okay.
But they all walked out. I was like, oh,
But it is
this
what
is
it is.
jumping. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Vegas. It's Vegas. It's
All
Vegas.
of-
It's
yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Long as-
You can't miss it. If you're on the strip, you can't have a bad
As long as
time.
they give me access with my bathrobe, I'm good.
Right. Facts. There it is, man. There it is. So you talked about how you became a designer,
Yes.
and it wasn't your
No.
initial thing, right? So initially, what did you want to be when you grew up?
If we're being totally honest,
Facts, please.
I really just knew I needed to go to college, and I found my way in college because I knew what I wanted to be wasn't going to make any money, which was the next Ananda Lewis,
Okay.
a VJ.
See, but no, it can now though.
But you know what I've learned though? I've realized you can make money in anything. You just got to find a way to do it.
Right.
Because people can make money in any. Because growing up, you think doctor, attorney,
especially in our
Right.
community.
we think
Yeah.
physician,
Yeah.
attorney, athlete, actor, and actress. But there's so many other ways to make money. And I remember Nana Lewis. I used to have the biggest crush on Nana.
Come
I
on
don't know where she at now, but I used to have the biggest crush on Nana Lewis.
Ananda Lewis, and before her, who? Sherry Carter.
Oh, I don't
Video
know Sherry.
soul.
I know who Sherry
Yeah,
Carter is.
we got a few more years. on you,
Okay.
so-
I know
so-
exactly who Sherry
Yeah,
Carter is,
doc.
bro. Yeah, she was dope too.
Yeah, man.
I used to
listen.
like Lala growing up.
Absolutely.
I still like Lala.
Right.
Hey, man.
She off limits now, but she's still, yeah, we gonna talk later. We also gonna talk to our Facebook Live family. And we want to thank you for tuning in to but you got to subscribe to get the rest of the show. So how do you do that? You go to the website and hit the subscribe. You can do that on all the major platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Spreaker, Stitcher, everywhere you can you get your podcast. We're there. You can review our show in across all platforms and help us to build better content for you. You can share the entire show with your family and friends right from the Sphere Podcast Network Facebook page. And last but not least, you can support. I say you can support our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can also do a one-time donation at www.thesphere.tv/donate or to get exclusive content almost daily via our Patreon tiers. Again, you can sign up there at thesphere.tv/Patreon. Just stay connected with us. Keep engaged with us.
Word.
We're engaging with Key right now of Privilege Swim.
Yes.
So you're the designer, creative director. You everything.
I do everything.
You do it all. So talk to us about for the entrepreneurs that are listening, especially the women entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We're celebrating Women's International Women's History or Women's History Month, and you are part of history. You're a woman, a
Yes.
female designer, entrepreneur, college graduate, the whole nine. So talk to us about that entrepreneurship lane.
It's you have to really want it because it's definitely difficult. So when I first started, I thought it was gonna be easy. Like, okay, get some fabric, design, take to a seamstress, and boom, there's my swimsuit. I was not correct in that area. So it actually took me about 4 years to execute the whole designing process, to find the right momentum with the fabrics, my creative team, a company to actually produce my garments. I've been through some companies. You really have to be careful when it comes. People will steal your designs.
Yeah.
Yes, they will take your money. I mean, I've had to travel to LA so many times to get stuff squared away with different manufacturers that I work with. But luckily, I found one here actually in Houston that was
Okay.
really good.
Yeah.
So it took about 4 years for me to actually learn the art, and I'm still learning. It's a lot when it comes to fashion. And now I'm at a part where I'm marketing. So, for the first couple of years, you might not see any income or any revenue. You just have to be patient and just really have to believe in your dream and believe in what you're doing and know that, if you keep putting in the work, then eventually it'll pay off.
And I want to applaud you on something because I know where you're coming from in this. I love the fact where you're like, hey, I did this for so many years and now I'm doing this. One thing I hate seeing, people just jump right into it and then the quality is crap or it's just thrown together and they're wondering why don't you support like a lot of people don't take the time out to really do the research and do things like that. Like with WJ Knots, I know people that ask me all the time. I did research for like 3 or 4 years before I even did a pop-up shop.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let me make sure I'm getting good fabric, good quality stuff from a good place.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure that my prices aren't outrageous. Let me make sure that I'm marketing to the right crowd. Let me make sure I took a job just so I could learn retail operations.
I did too.
Because, but people just be like, oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
money, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, that's why you see these businesses open up and don't last because they just had money, but they never did their due diligence and learn how to the actual process of running a business.
Right.
Like I've been to places and that were restaurants, and you could tell their whole wait staff have never been waiters before. Well, what sense does that make?
Right.
Like you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. So I definitely commend you on taking the time to
Absolutely.
really learn the ropes and do things like that. So.
You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? And that's life, period, right?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of our little brothers and sisters, and I just talk about the generation after us. You know, that's what I call them. That's what I call my students, my little brothers and sisters. They sometimes they forget that it's a marathon and not a sprint. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And even we do too, because you know we're the age of the internet. We're the age of but there was a point in time when you and I, Nate, I'm not sure how old you are, but you and I, Nate, we had
She
to
ain't
go.
that young, bro.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That was a point.
I let her make on that laugh. She ain't
You did, thank
She
you.
not that. She not that young.
Okay,
Now,
appreciate
granted, we younger than you,
Oh,
but,
it's a hater.
but she ain't
That was good.
She ain't
That
that.
was
She ain't
good.
that
That was
young.
good.
She ain't that young, fam.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
so
Just
what I'm
include-
saying.
include
So
her in
I
it
got
and all
you.
that, yeah.
I got you. So we remember a time when you had to use a card catalog and go do research. We remember a time when you had to understand the Dewey Decimal System, and you know what I mean, like and go dig and
I
not
haven't
just-
heard that in a long time.
Exactly. but what I'm saying, I'm an educator, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But you know, shut up, boy. But you know, everything wasn't always at a click
that's
of our
true, though.
fingers for
Yeah,
us. You get what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So we remember the old ways as well as the new ways. So I think understanding, especially as an entrepreneur, because all three of us are entrepreneurs. Funny we talking about design. I've been for the past 5 years working on my line.
See, yes.
I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing to put it out. I'm really. It's a painstaking process, but I want to make sure it's correct. And when you got cats like WJ Knights out here really doing things and killing the city, and people DMing me about you all the time, and
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I knew that.
I send them your way.
I need all of that money.
Yeah, I send them your way.
All of it.
I ain't got no product yet, so I'm gonna send them your way. You know what I mean? So
Everything.
absolutely.
Please,
And
please.
you know, but the same, and you out here doing your thing.
Yeah.
We got to keep having those conversations because it goes beyond just business. Like you got to work hard. Period.
Of course.
Yeah, and I think fortunately, like I had to learn the hard way. Of course, I knew. Like I was like, I'm not gonna put out something that I would not wear, and I needed to make sure the quality and stuff. But my ultimate goal after all of this, once I'm successful with everything, is aspiring designers. You know, I'm not there yet, but I want to be the person that they can come and talk to and kind of give them the game and tell them, hey, you need to wait. Because today with social media, people always feel like everything is easy.
And
I'm
most-
going to come out with a line. I'm going to come out with a T-shirt line, and we're going to go live
I'm
next
not
week.
I take offense. I take offense to a lot. I be like, nah, it ain't that easy, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that
Yeah.
stuff irritates the hell out of me. It makes me quiet angry. And that's dope that you want to be the person that comes up. Because me,
Yeah.
like I tell people, I don't design anything. I pick a lot of stuff.
Right.
So I kind of went with like the JC Penney or the Walmart mind frame. All right, I'm gonna get everything wholesale, but I'm gonna be the person who makes it available. To
Yeah, you the
everybody.
plug. Yeah.
So you just come. Like I'm the guy who does. I connect the pieces. I connect you to that. So hey man, you come to my spot and get everything
Everything you need. Yeah.
Cause you know, Caitlin tell you guys we like everything black and white. You come see me, you go home.
You go home.
You ain't-
right.
you ain't
It
got-
5 stops.
You ain't gotta leave nowhere to get your hair cut. You got it done there.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go nowhere to get your car washed. You got it done there.
right.
Hey man, you even had something. You
Absolutely.
came there,
Yeah.
and you come here. You go home. You did everything. That's what I'm trying to provide. All of that.
Absolutely.
One
That's
spot.
good.
Absolutely, man. And so what is it like being a women's designer? Women's wear and a woman in the design space.
We're
listening, Keisha.
because what people don't really realize is actually in terms of especially on a larger scale, it's
Yeah.
actually a male dominated industry in terms of designers.
I don't know about that. I'm just
No,
playing.
on a
I'm
large
kidding.
scale, on a larger scale, like
I
for the
mean,
larger fashion
honestly,
houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, they
Uh-huh.
are. I don't feel like there's any different besides the respect factor.
Okay.
I mean, women often, when you're a designer, you have to work for certain manufacturers. I mean, especially like I don't sew, but I'm actually taking sewing classes next month to learn how to sew. But you know, you have to work with designers and manufacturers, and most companies that are most manufacturing companies are ran by men. And you really have to be stern. There's that fine line between being stern and being a bitch.
Right.
So you really have to find that balance and really go in there knowing what you want. Don't be a pushover. You know, I'm a follow-up person. If I speak with you in person, I'm going to send you a follow-up email, just outlining everything that we talked about, just to cover myself. So I just think that you have to, you know, have tough skin in the business and really, really know what you want, and don't bend or fold whenever you're put into a situation where you feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I mean, that's really, really dope. The fact that you said that you have to go out and be stern and be strong. That's a common narrative for women in business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you work in a school, whether you work in Fortune 500.
Yeah.
You know, Nate and I, we've had a number of conversations where we've seen women, whether it's a sister or not, you know what I'm saying, go through a number of different things just because of your gender. And I applaud you for being, you know, having enough thick skin, like Nate said, to be able to endure that.
I'm working on it.
No doubt.
It's earned.
I'm a little softy sometimes, but
Thick
I'm
skin-
learning.
People don't realize thick skin is, you're not born, you earn it.
You earn it.
Yeah.
Get some scars,
Some
bro.
some people earn it in their household growing up.
Uh-huh.
Some people earn it when they get in the real world, but
Absolutely.
you earn it.
Absolutely. That's good, dude. That's good. That's facts, man.
It's true. But since I'm already talking, let's go ahead and pay some of these lovely bills. This portion of the show is sponsored by Session Boutique. Fashion is an expression. Beauty is art. Define who you are and simply be as our vision at Session Boutique. We believe our customers deserve the best experience. Therefore, we are committed to delivering only the top quality of clothing for you to choose from. Do you have a special event coming up? Are you planning a birthday party and need that perfect diva dress? At Session Boutique, we offer wardrobe styling, fashion makeovers, and so much more. Go online today to book your free consultation at www.shopsessionboutique.com.
Let's go support Sessions Boutique. Absolutely. So, you're a woman of business. Have your own clothing line, your own swimwear line. You design them yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
However, I do have a section, like a non-collection section
Okay.
for people who, you know, want nice swimsuits, but may not can afford you know, the collection pieces. But the non-collection pieces are still really nice.
Okay.
So you're making sure everybody has
I'm making
access.
sure everybody is taken care of.
That's a smart businesswoman, bro.
So you're not secluding. You're not.
No.
That's smart. You know.
Yeah, that's a smart businesswoman. Yeah, listen. Everybody ain't at the level where they can pay $200, $300, $400 for a swimsuit.
But everybody wants to be in style.
Absolutely, absolutely, for sure. And so, with that being said, there's this little old week happens. Well, not 3 times a year, but specifically for what you do twice a year. It happens in
I told on
what happens in September, and I think it happens in February-ish, early February. I don't know. It's this week called New York Fashion Week, right?
Yes.
So I've heard, I got wind that you've seen you've seen some of 212 up there. Talk to us about your experience in New York Fashion Week. From a design. Okay, so full disclosure, I've walked in New York Fashion Week a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've done it a number of times. Worked with designers. I've been media as a blogger. So, but I know some designers as well. But I want to hear your perspective of New York Fashion Week from your lane.
From my lane.
Yeah.
I have 2 different perspectives.
Talk to us.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So the first time I went to New York Fashion Week, it was really interesting. I learned so much. The bar was set extremely high. I thought I was ready, but realized I wasn't. The detail.
the tough skin earning.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a couple scars, skin that knee a little bit when you got up there,
like,
huh?
whew, and these people are cold. So, it was a really good experience in that way. A lot of people were passionate about fashion. People really, it's a full lifestyle in New York. It's a full lifestyle. So that was a really good experience for me. I met additional photographers. I met some mentors who I still speak with to this day. They tell me about certain events and I attend, and just, to learn stuff about design and fashion, textiles and textures and stuff. This last time I went, it wasn't so great, but I still learned a lesson. What I've learned is, you go down there with expectations, and it's like I expected to go to certain parties to network, but it didn't turn out that way. So you soon learn that sometimes people might say that they're someone, but really they don't have those type of connections.
People be lying.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Hello, McFly.
Right. Hello,
Yeah.
McFly. Right.
So, so the type of person that I am, I'm like, you know what? I'm down here. My expectations was this, but that's not, it's not going in that direction. So let me get up and start networking and doing things and just building my own connections.
Dope.
And that's what I did. And I ran into someone in Uber. He's a writer that does plays, and he knew Romeo Hunt, which is a up and coming designer. He's really good, by the way. Shout out to Romeo Hunt. And he was having an after party, and he invited me and some of my friends, and we actually went there, had a good time, and I met some more people within the industry. So that was a learning experience as well. So yeah.
I mean, that's really dope because
Yeah.
because if you go to New York if you go to New York, first of all, it's a different world when you're from the South.
Yes.
Right. My wife is from Queens, so it's second home for me. Right. So my first time going there, I saw from the tourists, and I was the whole Times Square side,
Yeah.
and my first 2 or 3 times there because I was trying to. But then as I became families there, started been there a number of times, you see it from a different perspective. Then when you work there, it's already dog eat dog on the
Yes.
social scene. But then when you start talking about in business, when New York is the home of so many and the hub of so many different industries,
Yeah.
it's grimy.
Yes.
It can, and they already like we as Southerners mostly as a generalization. Nate don't really feel like this because Nate can because Nate can be a jerk sometimes. I'm just playing.
No, I
I didn't know. I don't know that part.
I'm not gonna say be a jerk.
I'm teasing.
I can be very short.
No, yeah,
with
yeah.
Short.
I can be very short with things. Like with me, I'm irritable. I get irritated quite easily, and I've been like that since I was a kid. My mom be like, "You be mad, and the whole family would know." Like,
Yeah.
So I get mad very quickly. But
Yeah, but that's how New Yorkers come across. So I say all that to say, I'm a preacher's kid, so I take the long way around
Yeah.
sometimes. I say all that to say it's amazing that you were able to adapt. Talk to us about the ability to adapt when you're in business.
You have to. I mean,
Nate, please chime in on this too.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot. It's hard for me because I take a lot of things personal, and I'm slowly coming out of that. But you cannot take things personal. You have to have, I think, with a plan A, B, and C. That's my mental A, B, and C. I'm not stuck on A. I just graduated with my master's.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good deal.
And
Absolutely.
thank you. And a lot of people, like, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to like quit your job and don't have a backup plan. I don't agree with that.
I think that's the
I don't agree with that.
You about to get irritated right
I just
there.
don't agree with I don't agree with not having a backup plan, especially with today's economy. Like,
Facts.
I believe in myself, I believe in my work, but I also know things happen. And I'm not one for stressing myself out. Like, I need to know if I have a child and I don't have the money right now and I'm running my own business, I can go and get a job paying 6 figures because I have the experience, I have the education. It's nothing for me to just go and pick up and not stress myself out because I'm a business owner, So I'm the business owner that believe in having a backup plan. I know a lot of business owners don't, That's the rule. Nate, do you?
no. So this is my thing. Like, so I had 2 jobs for a long time. So
Yeah.
I believe in you just don't get any sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get up and go for Coca-Cola at 5 o'clock in the morning, get off of there like 2 or 3 o'clock, and then go do pop-up shops with WJ Knox, and I get done to like 10 in the evening, 5 or 6 days a week.
Right.
So my thing is, okay, if you want it, just sleep less. Or people, they jump out there, whether it be entrepreneurship, whether it be music or acting, and they'll jump out there and do it full time, but then they have no money saved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, jump out there. You can do that full time, but make sure you got enough money to pay your rent for some
Right.
months. They just jump out there.
Right.
Right.
And I'd be like,
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Life still keeps going on. Bills
Right.
still keep piling up.
Right.
Now, granted, I've done it where I was just doing WJ Knox for a while, but that was after I got a severance package from Coke. So I was like, hey, they gave me money.
That's your cushion.
I can jump out there for a while.
Right.
And hold up, I be put out there. I had a service package, and I was able to get unemployment because I took a service package. So not only did I get a lump sum, I had money from the state. So I'm like, okay, this is my salary right here, so I can explore this right now.
Absolutely.
I wasn't just out there just
willy-nilly.
Right.
being a damn fool, but people do it often though.
Right.
do.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I think it's important, man. It wasn't until recently, I was doing the same thing that I entered in the past 18 months that I entered full time into entrepreneurship. But I've been an entrepreneur, gosh, it was 8-9 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I just went full time prior to that, just a few months ago. So it's important to really plan it out and to try as best as possible to get your ducks in a row.
Right.
I definitely agree, man. And when it comes to this entrepreneurship life, people always believe that they got the remedy. And speaking of remedy, this portion of the show is sponsored by The Remedy. When you are looking to hear the best of neo soul, R&B, house, classic soul, and rare grooves, then look no further than The Remedy. The Remedy is a radio program that specializes in the soul stirring and soothing oral elixir that you need to get you through your workday, your commute, your workout, or just when it's time to relax and catch a vibe. Your home for grooves to soothe is hosted by the Sphere's very own Mr. Goodbar and broadcast on KPFT 90.1 FM in Houston every Wednesday from 12 to 2 p.m. Every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on the HD2 channel or worldwide at kpft.org/listen. Make The Remedy your source for soothing soul sounds.
Listen. Gotta add a soothing soul sound.
Right,
You see
Barry.
how I dropped it real quick.
Definitely.
Yeah. I got my Marco Spoon on real quick.
Marco Spoon. I hadn't heard that name in a long
buddy.
time.
Age, identified right there.
That was absolutely. She took the bait for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
She took the bait.
She seen the carrot and said, "Come here."
Grab that
I got
joker, bro.
excited. I haven't
She
heard
said,
him in a
"Marco
long
Spoon."
time.
Oh yeah. Nah, man. But
Oh man.
But I tell you this, I wanted to kind of go back and touch on actually keep what you were saying for us, like being in like I guess how you say it, corporate America, and just kind of dealing with people and working
Yeah.
the business a lot. And it's funny because like I'm very methodical myself in a lot of ways. So typically, if I do one thing, it was actually to get so I could do this, so I could do this, so I could do this, so it could get me here. But on the flip side, in business, you also have to brown nose a lot and kind of be passive,
Yeah.
and that's not me at all. So that is an intrinsic thing that I deal with every day.
Really?
So that's why I was like, you know what, me being an entrepreneur is probably my best bet because I'm not gonna bite my tongue for anybody. Morally, if I feel a particular way, I'm not gonna stick around if I don't like it. I'm just not doing that.
Yeah.
But on the flip, I can make connections with people. I know how to talk to people. I interact with people. So that's something that I definitely agree is very hard. I commend anybody who's walking that line because I'm looking like that old game Snake when it comes to that, man. I'm
Right.
going back and forth with it. But that's something I've had to deal with just dealing in the business on a regular.
To go back, I mean, I agree with you, man. To go back, you said something else that was powerful, that you have mentors.
Yes.
And that's a lost art for our generation and generation younger, because sometimes we feel like we don't want nobody telling us anything, right? That's how we look at a mentor. So explain to us why you wanted mentors, or how the relationships kind of materialized.
Yeah. Honestly, growing up, like I was the first person to graduate from college on both sides.
That's
so
dope.
honestly, mentor.
No pressure though, huh? Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure. Honestly, like, early on, people my age in high school, they knew what mentorship was. They had their life planned out. They had someone to speak with about, the facts of life, credit, make sure you maintain it.
Never had that.
I know, so it's your environment, So I feel like it's very important to like just reach out to the adolescents and teach them things that you wish you learned, things that mentors do. My mentorship, she's helped me. She's a designer well known here in Houston, and she helped me learn the basics of designing. Right. Actually, she sought me out. You know, she saw a couple of sketches that I had made, and she really, really liked what she saw back in 2014. And she took me under her wing, and she just showed me the ropes. I respected her. She has a name here in Houston. Some things happened in her personal life to where she had to, you know, back off me a little bit and tend to that. But I really respect her for it. And still to this day, I call her and ask her for advice on certain things. And, you know, she teach me things that I don't have to learn from my mistakes. I can ask her right off, you know, what do you think about this situation? And more than likely, she's been through it, and she can give me some advice on how I should, you know, go about the situation. So I feel like mentors are very powerful, and, you know, everyone in business should have one. Definitely. And it doesn't have to be a mentor that you can speak to on a daily. It can be a mentor like Oprah or Beyonce. They have books, you know, you can look at their shows. You can, you know, do research on how they got their career started and just kind of learn from them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I agree, because
Yeah.
I got mentors. They don't know they're my mentors, but I got mentors. So, like, what I do,
Yeah.
all right, I'm looking at, what am I not good at? What can I be better? Who do I know that's really good at that? And then whatever that person may be, I try to follow them and observe everything they do in that spectrum that they're good at, that I desire to
Right.
be better. And the thing that I think that I'm good at, that's what I try to pass on to other people.
Right.
Like, before you got here, Kaylin, I was saying I wanted to become a better speaker. I was like, man, I wish I spoke as well as Kaylin, because, you know, he does a radio show, you were a teacher, professor, you were in front of people. So I was like, he speaks well. So that is something that I desire to. So it's
Right.
different things like that. Or it might be somebody in fit. Like, I say, okay, this is what he's doing. That's what I'm looking
Absolutely.
at. This is what he's doing. That's what I'm looking at.
Absolutely.
So when I go and, like, speak to kids, I'm only talking to them about what I'm really good at. What I know that I feel like I was blessed and gifted with. Like, I'm not going to talk to them about public speaking. That's not. But hey, I know a guy. He can speak. He liked to speak. And matter of fact, you might have heard him on the radio.
Right. Right. Yeah, no doubt.
But that's what I try to do. Like,
Yeah. That's
I
good.
agree,
Good
man.
stuff.
Mentoring.
Yeah.
I've been a mentor. Gosh, ever since I was a teenager. Just
Okay.
the little youngsters at church and stuff. And I call them youngsters, but I was a teenager. But the little ones, right? But having mentors, I think, will transform any professional's life.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Especially the mentors that know what they're doing, and know how to give you the advice. And I think a lost art in today's world, period, is accountability.
Yeah.
You know, people don't want to be told that, yeah, nah, dog, you messed up. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to say that's whack or that
Right.
sucks. That was dumb, or you know, in a manner to which you can receive it. But I think it's important that we have those, and in business, man, that's invaluable.
Yeah.
That's invaluable. Not just showing you the ropes and showing you how to do stuff, but showing you where you messed up,
Right.
and figure out how to course correct. You know, but listen, I've had a blast talking with Key of Pri-vi-lege Swim.
Yes.
Absolutely. So what can we expect? I know I said it like that on purpose.
I was about to light you up.
Yeah, I know. I did it like that on purpose. It was
I said,
a
"Fam,
hundred.
why you talking like that?
It was 100% on purpose. It was 100% on purpose.
All right, when you start getting these messages.
But all right, yeah, let me chill out, right? So, so what's next for Pri-vi-lege Swim?
So I am planning a pop-up shop. Yes, here in Houston. To find out more details about that, you can follow my page at @privilege_swim on Instagram. I will have all my inventory available. You can purchase on the spot. And if you see something you like and we run out of stock, we can order it for you.
If you need me outside spinning the sign,
Like the center.
Yeah,
I
got
can't
you.
pay you, but you could do it.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm like, Pri-vi-lege Swim that way.
There it is. Right, absolutely. Like the little dude on from the tax man.
Right.
Jackson Hewitt guy.
Yeah. Hey, man, you
Or
know,
the Liberty tax dude.
man, you know I'm all about the pop-up shops, man. That's
Absolutely.
what
Pop-up shop.
that's what I like to do, man.
I have
mean-
to get with you on that.
It's
got
important
you.
because
I got
it connects you with your customer.
Yes.
And so, you know, marketing 101. When you interface with your, relationship marketing is the best form of marketing. And so that's why people use, especially in the fashion world, bloggers and influencers
Word.
and stuff so much, because they have an audience that they are connected to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so, pop-up shops, really, this dude to do a pop-up shop. I swear I feel like he does a pop-up shop 6 weekends a month, and there's only 4.
No. So Nathaniel James, me at WJ Knots. Y'all remember that? I do 4 pop-up shops a year, but I do other events.
See, I didn't even know.
I do other event
I just be
events.
feeling like it's pop-up shops.
Nah, man.
That's a good thing.
So
You're right. That's my point. My point exactly.
I do one each quarter. I do one around Christmas time. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I do one right around Valentine's Day. Give the ladies a chance to get something for their men, or the men to be fresh for that. I do something right around like Easter time, because
Easter outfits.
yeah,
Facts.
and I
Yeah.
do one around Father's Day.
Okay.
So give me a chance to
Strategic.
buy.
Absolutely.
That's good.
So, but the other stuff are just events. Like next Thursday, when I'll be at the Foundation Room of the House of Blues at an event called if it don't sound like 90s R&B, the Living Room Social. I will be
Living Room
there.
Social, baby.
I'll be popped up there as well. I'm just saying.
Good. Okay.
Facts. There it is, man. And I think before we go, I want to give a nod to another phenomenal woman who's in design and who's done some amazing things. Gentlemen, you may have heard of this street in Britain called Savile Row. So Savile Row is an internationally known street where there are tailors, the well-known tailors in these companies that have been around 200 and 300 years, Nate.
That's where I want to go next year for my birthday.
Yeah, you told me. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
so,
like, I'm
and
going,
it's like the mecca of dapper menswear in terms
Oh,
of
wow.
in terms of
And I'm a
bespoke.
I might want to go
And
there
I'm
too.
and I'm gonna shut it down, boy.
Seriously. Yeah, like when I go,
They done seen it, but
I
they
told
ain't
my
seen
wife.
what I got.
told my wife when I go, I need 10,000 to blow because the stuff because it's bespoke. It's
Right.
completely custom, right? And so it's just go in there and you have a phenomenal time. Well, it's been dominated obviously by men because it's men's wear. Well, there's a young lady by the name of Catherine Sargent, and in 2009, she was appointed the head cutter, which is a pattern maker in England, at Gibbs and Hawkes, which is a 200-year-old bespoke haberdashery in Savile Row. Now, she was the first woman to ever hold this prestigious position on the Storage Street, and 3 years later, in 2012, she made history once again when she opened her own bespoke tailoring house on Savile Row, the very first woman in over 300 years to have her own tailoring house on the most widely and well-known tailoring street in the world, Savile Row in
that's
London.
awesome.
Yeah, in London, and she does menswear as well as women's wear. In fact, she loves doing bespoke menswear. She had a great quote, and I'm going to read this real quick. She says, "When it comes to crafting bespoke suits for women," she says, quote, "most women really have a strong view of the things they like, and they'll tell you exactly what they want because they've been rarely put in a position where they can have something exactly made to their body. They've thought about it quite a lot." And so she says she loves it because it's the easiest thing to do, because when she comes in, I was reading an article about her, when a woman comes in and wants this coat and wants this, y'all can talk about the silhouette, so you know how it wants to fit on the bust line and how the body should fit, because you guys pay attention to your bodies way more as a generalization than men do. And I just wanted to give her a shout out, man. Catherine Sargent. You can order your stuff online from her if you want to. If you know your measurements, she'll still make it. Phenomenal textile. She's one of the places I have to visit. I'm actually working on Nate trying to get her to Skype in with us real soon. So look out for that.
Let me know how that goes, man.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'll be ready.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. But we got to get out there, bruh.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, we got to get out there, son.
She don't want the smoke, bro.
She don't want the smoke, bro.
Smoke.
Hey, listen, I got three
I don't
on
care
the
who
way.
it is. It could be her, Carl, Kanai, and Ralph Lauren. lined up.
Everybody.
Bro, I'm God gifted, man. It's up here.
Bruh, I got three lined up. And speaking of bespoke, I had one of my originals that I had. Well, not my brand, but one that I had that I designed and made. From y'all know I love Indochino.
I was gonna compliment. That's a nice jacket.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is one of my bespoke ones. That's one of the reasons why I called you, said I'm wear a jacket, because we were talking a little bit of bespoke. So I'm
Bro,
gonna
it's
put a
cool.
bespoke one on.
I switch off of this because I was wearing the suits and stuff so much. People was like, I was like, brother, I put like this. I came from the gym. Somebody like, oh man, where your suit at? I said, bro, do you see why I just walked out of?
Right, I just left 24-hour fitness, fam.
I said, what the
Right,
man? I must have looked at him like, I said, what the hell's wrong with you?
right.
I said, so I let him know I said, bro, I still got I got a closet full of sneakers and stuff. I said,
You just felt like you had a point to prove.
so 1 week is suits, the next week is street. I'm going back and forth with it. I'm going back and forth with it.
It's a
every
vibe for me. It's kind of feel. It's just what I feel like I be wanting to wear sometimes. But listen, I'm excited. We can't wait. We got to have you back, Key. We got to have you back. Right before you do the when is the pop-up shop? Do you have a date yet?
I'm working on
Working
it.
on it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, keep us
We're
posted.
going to support at the pop-up shop.
Absolutely. Keep
Yes.
us posted. We'll support. We definitely want to support you. More than welcome to come back and holler at us.
Thank you.
Anytime. Even though this is a men's wear show, we definitely have women's points of view, and for some reason, I just feel like you got a strong point of view about some things. I don't know why.
You know what? Mine just got blown. Had a great idea. You know, for our patrons, we have exclusive content, right?
Absolutely.
So she's having a pop-up shop. Just like I said, when the Trap Gala comes on, we should do a red carpet. We should kind of act like the same. We're just talking to different people. Let the Patreon see the exclusive content.
I love it. Let's do it. Let's done.
Just saying.
Done. As long let's get it done. Listen, it's been a phenomenal show. I'm your man, Kalen Laws, aka Senior Wapo. You can follow me on all Instagram, on all social media platforms at SENORGUAP0713. Holla at your boy.
Yo, this is Nathaniel James on the WJ Knox, a.k.a. the Militant Gent. Just remember, black is beautiful, God is love. Mwah.
Let the people know how they can follow you one more time, Key.
You can follow me on Instagram at Pri-vi-lege, PRIVILEGE_swim. And also on Facebook, Pri-vi-lege Swim.
There it is. Listen, remember, you can keep it gangster or you can keep it gentlemanly, but you must always keep it G. Till next time.